My name is Sarah. My question is for you, Jensen.
I'm just gonna sit in the audience.
In season 10, the finale, what was your state of mind when you were destroying that motel room? Do you have to think something really angry to be that pissed
No,
off?
they said, hey, guess what? You get to destroy things today. You know how cathartic that is for anything that's going on in my life? It's awesome. Yeah, what about, no, that wasn't 12. But way back when, no. Oh, I thought, and this was a hard one to do. I was a little conflicted about it, but when I got into it, it was awesome when I took the crowbar to the back of the Impala. I know, I read that and I was like, no. And then, you know, I don't know, there's something about dismantling things with your bare hands. And so, yeah, when the crazy part about the hotel room was we did 2 takes. And I had to match what I did in the first take for continuity purposes. And I believe at one point, I was walking towards the camera and I threw something that hit, this is what it was. For scheduling purposes, they had to film the aftermath of that hotel room being messed up when somebody shows up to see it like that. They had to shoot that first, which means now I had to match what the set design people created for the the messed up hotel room. So we kind of mapped it out, and we were like, okay, first I got to do this one, and then I got to go over here, and I got to destroy the TV, and then I got to do this, and I got to do that. Well, if you go back and look, they had for some reason just taken the picture frame on the wall and just shifted it like this. Not kidding.
Sebastian stuff?
No, and I was, from me to Norton, and I just threw something behind me, and it hit the wall, and the picture frame goes. And the whole crew was like, oh!
I think it would have been.
He is the one.
I think it would have been. That's amazing. However, it would have been so much better to see you like, and kicking over desks,
and then. Yes, that would have been more comical, but. But yes, that was obviously I had to ramp up and get angry, and I think I did a few jumping jacks to kind of get my blood flowing, and then just went at it. But I wasn't able to freeform and just like destroy as I wanted to. I had to actually follow a pattern. So everything that you see me do was carefully mapped out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good question.
So we were wondering if the goggles bit was an improvisation or if that was scripted.
In 22?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
straight Shawshank this bitch.
goggles.
So, yes, it was not scripted, and they asked Jared and I to
break through a wall.
well, it was real concrete. So what you saw was actually, I think it was 18-inch thick concrete, and they were like, we should probably have these guys test the concrete because everybody was worried that we were gonna like hit it and the things were gonna bounce back at it, like, oh, it's gonna like, bing!
It's gonna hurt your wrists.
Which concrete doesn't give like wood or
Wood.
I said wood. Or sheetrock or many other materials. So
Like wood
So
or
many. There's so
can or cement,
or toot or whatever.
or poop or pee pee.
Hey, don't mess with that toot. Does anybody know that song? Please. Don't mess with my toot.
Stop.
Don't mess with my
Stop.
toot.
Stop.
You can have the other one.
Stop.
But don't mess with my toot. Hey, pasa! So, if you don't know that song, it's an awesome New Orleans song. So they had us test hitting the concrete, and there was so much debris that flew back at us.
Because when you ask two Texans
To like,
test,
hey, hit this as hard as you can.
it's gonna hurt.
Challenge accepted.
We're like, all right, give me some eyewear to make sure that the sparks don't come back in my face. And we were.
No, we didn't ask for eyewear first. We were just like,
That's right.
yeah, sure, here, give me the pickaxe. Bing! Oh, well, now I've got.
Then they walk in.
Now I've got concrete in my eyes.
Then the stunt coordinator walks in and is like, okay.
He's like, these guys get eyewear. Period. Sorry, we're not doing the scene if they don't. We're gonna put in stunt doubles if they don't get eyewear.
It became literally a safety issue.
And so,
Like we were beating the shit out of it.
so Robin.
So we're just going and
Robin was like, okay, well, I can't just give her like, yeah, Robin Props was like, well, I can't just give them safety goggles like they would, like, we got to go old school. We got to get some like men of letters goggles that they would find in the bunker. So she went deep into the props lockup and found these like old cool leather goggles. Mine actually were real glass wrapped with leather. They were like from the like 20s or something. And so I picked those and he picked another pair. And if you'll notice, even with the goggles on, you'll notice in the scene, I'll hit and I'll kind of turn away. I was getting showered, and his hits were ricocheting
I was going
into
at
me. I got cut up. Like the rock was actually like cutting my face.
I knew
Which
this.
I was like,
I knew
this is sweet.
I was going at it.
Oh yeah, no,
I was like-
the crew was like, you guys can't get through this. And he and I looked at each other and were like,
Let's do it.
let's do it. And you don't challenge us with like physical feats. So we really hit that concrete really hard. And if you notice, there's sparks. And there's probably, they cut away from it because they couldn't, remember, because the show was long. So we went for a long time. Like we were boom, probably a good 60 seconds. No, that's a long time for like trading hits on a concrete wall. And it was cool. We were proud of how we actually broke through. We did, we broke through. And the set design and the art department and everybody were like, how did you guys just break through 18 inches of concrete in 60 seconds? Like, because we're awesome. That's why.
I believe we said because we're not the lose chesters. Dude, take it easy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We earned a break.
Yeah.
And when Sam was, sorry, I'm nervous. When Sam was kidnapped and Nate got so mad he broke the phone, I was wondering if it was a real phone or a prop phone.
Both. Yeah, it was a real phone. It was a real phone that was a prop.
I'm gonna give you one chance, just one, to hand Sam back.
Sorry.
Not possible.
Oh, you think you can run from me? Try it. Because when I find you, and I will find you, if he is not in one piece, I will take you apart. Do you understand me?
We have a problem.
They had several of them, and the first time that, the first take, I tried to actually break it with one hand, which, these phones are a lot tougher than they look. So I was actually able to break the screen with my fingers, but then that was about as far as it could go, and the director was like, I really want to see it like snap. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to use both hands for that. So we went another take, and I went to break it, and it was, again, I was like, wow, this thing must be like reinforced with steel. So I went one more take, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna let the phone win, that's for sure. And that was a real phone, and that was a real break, and it took a lot more energy than I had anticipated.
What brand phone was it?
I think it was a Samsung.
Did it come from fire?
I knew you were going there. Yeah, the fire inside the phone, actually, we did just enough to where I could snap it. Yeah, it was a Samsung. I'm not sure what model, but it was a lot tougher than I had anticipated.
However, after real life like trial and error and testing, I now believe because you see these advertisements like, oh, it can drop from 6 feet and not break. And then you sort of like put it into the wrong pocket and it shatters. And you're like, that's bull. That's bull. They're trying to actually break one and you can't break it. Like, I see. They're just, the tests are just not really made for real life situations.
And I will say that Jared and I are very stubborn when it comes to like stuff like that. Yes, especially stuff like that. When it's like, hey, we need you to like break this phone, and then all of a sudden it won't break. It's like, nope, I will break my fingers before this phone. Like my hands will have to shatter it before I give up on cracking this thing. So luckily it didn't come to that, and I was able to snap it. But yeah, thanks.
There's also a special joy in being told, and a lot of youngsters, I know myself as a youngster, when you're a kid and you're like, what's your dream job? And you're like, video game tester or whatever. I think my dream job was to get paid to break stuff. Every so often, that Sam has to break something, and they're like, all right, Jared, we're gonna need you to break the door. I'm like, what? You better not be fooling.
The interesting moment is when they're like, okay, Jared, we need you to kick the door in, but we don't want you to break it. And Jared goes, challenge accepted. And we'll always break the door. And our on-set carpenter, Dave Weber, God love him, he's fantastic, but he has put up with a lot of crap from us over the years, and by that I mean actually putting it back up. Because we destroy sets sometimes, and a lot of times whenever we're trying to bust in a door that maybe has been supernaturally closed, and it's it won't open, we can't kick it open, and we're giving it a big heavy shoulder, and we're booting it and kick. He's actually the one sitting on the other side of the door, just getting hammered.
In real life, where some of those skills could be put to use. Like what? So last night,
Did you kick down Misha's door?
true story, we get home from dinner, and and it's getting late. Dinner was a little later. People go out a little later than normal here, I think. Is that, are we totally off on that? No. Okay, so it was a little later than normal. We get back to the hotel a little later than anticipated. And it was like, okay, we gotta go to bed. Like, we gotta wake up early. So we all went to our respective floors, and I went to my room and put the key in, put the key in, put the key in. Back on the elevator, back down to the lobby. My key doesn't work. Here, try a new key. Thank you. Back up the door, open, key, nothing. Key, nothing. Key, nothing. Then Dean started to be born. So I go back downstairs and I'm like, no working. And that's not French. He understood it. Then he's like, let me use my key. So he comes up with his master key and he nothing. Master key, nothing. He's like, oh, I don't know what, this is not good. Yeah, keep in mind, it's late. It's after midnight. And I'm tired, and I want to go to bed. And I know I gotta get up and put on a show for you guys, because that's why we're here and that's what we love to do. And so he's like, I'm sorry, it's just not, I will call the maintenance guy. So maintenance guy comes up with his old tool belt, and he basically does the exact same thing that we've been doing. Puts the key in. No, it's not working. I'm like, yes, we've established that it's not working. How do we get it to work? I don't have the tools that are required to do this. We're going to have to call a locksmith. Okay. Do that then. There is no locksmith, that's 24 hours. There's nothing that we have to wait till the morning. Well, that's not gonna work for me. The front desk guy is like, well, we will get you into another room, the presidential suite. Like, I don't care about the president. I want to get into my room, and I want to get into it now so that I can go to bed and wake up and go to work. There's nothing that we can do today. I'm so sorry. What would you like us to do? Get in my room! I want to get... And I'm like, listen, if you can't get into my room, I will get into my room. And he's like, I'm sorry? And I said, are you saying that you cannot open this door? Is that, yes, is it impossible? Okay, I'm gonna kick the door in. And he just goes, okay. And I was like, that's all I needed. Walked over, slid the furniture that was in the hallway aside, stepped back, boom! It exploded the door. And left a hole in it like this big. It was basically the entire mechanism of the locking mechanism. I thought the door would swing open and then the door jamb would have broken, but no, the entire lock and handle and iron plate that it was on went through the door. And I looked at him, I go, you're gonna need a new door. Good night. Open, the door swung open nice and free. It closed with a big giant hole in it, and I went to bed.
The upshot of that story is, anybody here could have spied on him in his sleep last night.
At that point, I didn't care.
Awesome. That's awesome. Right. Come on. You know what? You're awesome.
Thanks. You too, I guess.